Rob, are we good with LCTV?
All right. So we will call our meeting to order. So welcome to the Recreation Commission meeting, February 9th, 2021. We have 7 members in attendance. All right, our first item is consideration of minutes from the previous meeting. So we had 2 sets of minutes, one from our regular meeting and one from the special meeting that we had down at Dara for the Boy Scouts. So does anybody want to did everybody get a chance to review those?
Yep, I'll make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from January 26th.
Okay.
I will second that.
And we have a
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion on the motion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor. Well, we'll do the roll call vote for the meeting on the 26th. So Mr. Gannon,
Aye.
Mr. Ruggles,
Aye.
Mr. Burns,
Aye.
Mr. Ames,
Aye.
Mr. Bosky,
Abstain.
Mr. Weber,
Aye.
and I am an aye. So that carries 601. All right, then we also had the special meeting on February 4th.
There we go. All time.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from February 4th.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Ruggles
I'll second that motion.
and second from Mr. Gannon. Any discussion? Okay, once more, roll call vote on the meeting of the 4th. Mr. Gannon,
Aye.
Mr. Ruggles,
Aye.
Mr. Burns,
Aye.
Mr. Ames,
Aye.
Mr. Bosky,
Abstain.
Mr. Weber.
Aye.
I vote aye as well, so that also carries 601. So both sets of minutes are now official, so we can get into the town clerk that we put on file. All right, next item 3 is public input. And I don't see anybody.
I concur there is no one but you folks.
All right, so we will now close public input. Article 4 or number 4, facility and field requests. Nothing new since the Boy Scouts, as you guys all know, or Mike, I'm not sure if you saw in the minutes, we did approve with the recommendation of the emergency council, the use of Dara for the Boy Scouts.
I did see.
I do have Red Cross asking for availability to do another blood drive in the beginning of April. They've got a couple of dates the first week of April, but as we get closer to that date, then I'll bring it up again. But just to put it out there that they're looking to sponsor another blood drive.
All right. Yeah, I mean, what I would do is talk to them, and I would say for the future, because once we start getting rolling, and hopefully, I don't know if they want to continue it after, going forward. As long as we know a couple months ahead of time, we can block off, even if it's the middle of basketball season or whatever season. It's well worth it to. Obviously, it serves a vital need. So.
Yeah, I talked to them before and said that primarily we want our sports to be utilizing the hall, but they said they could work around those.
Yeah.
If we could squeeze them in, they had a very successful run last time, and they'd like to continue it. So, sometime in April, first week of April.
Excellent. All right, and unless everybody got any others, I don't believe we have any other facility or field requests. All right, new business annual report. So I sent you guys all a copy of the annual report. The only thing I think that needed to be updated, I did update a bunch through it, but I just wanted to go through the local organizations that we have listed, because the first one off the bat is the Litchfield Arsenal, and I don't believe the Arsenal are using any of our fields anymore. I don't know if they're even operating in town. I know the last couple of years they were using the fields at LMS because they needed a 90-foot diamond. I don't think they have any team. They didn't have any teams at the younger levels. So Steve Weber, do you know if the Arsenal is still operating in town or?
I've never even heard of them,
Okay.
so I'd assume no.
All right. So let's delete them off the list because they haven't used the town field in a few years. I know they were using LMS up till a couple years ago. So I don't see any others that we need to. I mean, the Litchfield Playgroup.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Well, we had our own little playgroup, but I mean, they're still technically out there. So it was just an organization of moms that was, and that's sort of the Litchfield Playgroup is actually what morphed into doing the Easter egg hunt. They're the ones that originally did the Easter egg hunt.
I think they were tied to the mums page too.
Yeah. Any others that you can think of that we need to add to this? And actually, maybe I should share the page so that for the recording we can see. I think I'm sharing the wrong thing. Let's share the screen. So these are the items. This is the list of local organizations using the fields and facilities. All right, nothing else you guys wanted to add, so I'll mark that as done.
I guess just the Christmas committee.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say the Christmas in Litchfield.
All right, so
Committee.
yeah, we can add that in there if you want to. Probably it would go first because it doesn't. It's not the Litchfield Christmas. It's Christmas in Litchfield, right?
That's right.
Wouldn't that go down in the section below where it talks about the organizations that provide the events?
Hmm.
Oops. Um,
But that's the group's actual name, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah. I mean, it just so happens the events also call the same thing. What about American Red Cross? Just, been hosting the blood drive.
Yeah. I mean, because they were in there. Just trying to clean this up there because I think it was originally a Microsoft Word document. It's now not playing well with Google.
And also the Boy Scouts.
Do you know which troop number it is?
Let me look.
Yeah, I was gonna say with American Red Cross, I mean, it does say right above it, we're talking local groups,
Yeah.
not,
Oh, yeah.
national groups.
So Andy, if you find that out and want to just add that in there, that'd be fine. That'd be perfect if you could.
Yeah, I don't see I don't see it in his email.
Did anybody? I don't know if anybody got a chance to sort of peruse through it, make sure it's okay before I send it in.
Andy, it's Troop 11.
Troop 11.
And so, what would their official? Would there be Litchfield Boy Scouts Troop 11 or just Boy Scouts Troop 11?
What does it say? Doesn't specifically say. location. Just Boy Scouts of America National Council and all of its affiliates and subsidiaries.
All right, well, we can, I'll get that and I'll add that in.
Who's on the fishing derby?
It used to be the Conservation Committee, now it would be us.
Yeah. And Peter, maybe if you want to add something on the list below down here, you know, the activities for Christmas in Litchfield. Unless we want to do. Maybe we can do a separate paragraph on it. And I left this in here because, you know, I mean, and basically we'll leave it in there for 2021 as well, because it's just been more that we're adding to the Justin Bissett baseball complex. So, and hopefully by the end of 2021, everything will pretty much be done once the Army Corps is done with the parking lot across the street. That should really be the final piece. All right, so that should be good if we can just add the Boy Scouts and all right, old business, reopening talent. Again, I sort of haven't had a chance to meet with you guys, the three of us. Things just been a little crazy the last couple of weeks. So hopefully we can get together in the next couple of weeks before the next meeting. Does anybody have any contact with the school or maybe the facilities coordinator at the school?
I can get a hold of Dave Ross.
And maybe see what they've, I mean, we can sort of piggyback off. It would be good to be consistent with what they're doing. As far as, and it's going to be different for them, what they're doing currently for the school, you know, what they're going to be looking for when outside organizations start using LMS and GMS and Campbell again. We would probably want to be somewhat consistent with that. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree.
I'll ask the question and see if they've come up with anything yet.
Okay.
Shoot Dave an email.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Let's see. The letter of support for the trail special use permit.
I haven't put that together yet. I'm still waiting because at the conservation meeting, it was seemed like it may not even be happening. So I don't know if we're gonna go ahead and do that yet or not. So
Andy, once we, as a town board of selectmen, we finish ours, I'll share it with you.
okay.
We haven't even written ours yet. Troy was out today, and I think he'll be out again tomorrow. So once he gets back, we'll put some emphasis, and I'll shoot it over to you.
Okay.
And it would it not be happening because like the special use permit wouldn't be going forward, or is it good news because they're not needed, or?
It's there was a long meeting about it the other night at conservation. The state came in and did a presentation and kind of spoke to why they had shut it down. And basically the high and low of it is that that property is not recreational property. It's forest. So while they try to also give recreational opportunities, they also try to balance the recreation with the effect on the, you know, the animals and other species that live in the forest itself. And with that trail, it seemed to be that there was about 79% of the forest that's considered disturbed due to their buffer areas. So when they eliminated that, it brought it down to 51%. And they feel that it's a lot better balance at 51%. So We're just trying to figure out, if we have any, if it's even feasible at this point.
Well, I mean, that group is still gonna stick together though, right? Because I mean, we could probably look
Correct.
at other properties in town that are more suitable for recreational use and maybe, I'm thinking, you look at as small as it would be at Dara, if they could make some type of trail that would follow a nice little path, that would be great for little kids and moms and dads while their daughters or sons are playing a game or doing a practice at the field, instead of just sitting there trying to, I mean, the playground's great, but to have a nice little trail as well, would be good. Just as, so when we built the two new fields, we moved that, the far field away from the fence. It didn't get moved as far as we had wanted. We were looking at possibly moving that property fence on the road out a little bit. Basically, what we wanted to do is make enough room for a 6-foot path on the outskirts of the fields. Not just for, it could be for a walking path, a nice crushed stone walking path that could go around the field in past the playground. And, we felt it would be something good for recreational use in the park, but also, training. If you have kids that want to run, they get the soccer team, run 2 laps and it might be a mile, whatever it is. So that could be something that we could tag on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not exactly a nature trail, but
No, but it could certainly fall under that trails group. We've talked about all the other properties in town and the expansion of various trail networks within them. So
yeah. All right, so that closes old business. Any other business?
I still have to get the Boy Scouts their fire permit, and I'll try to get down to the fire station tomorrow to get that for them.
Okay. And now they're doing it on the 22nd, is it?
I think it was the 21st. What is
21st.
it's a Sunday? I think it was.
I just been watching the weather, and they're saying this pattern is going to be going for the next 2 weeks of snow, then bitter cold, then snow, then bitter cold. So I'm hoping they have a decent day. Actually, the snow wouldn't be bad for them. I think the snow would kind of would work in their favor, but the bitter cold would not be good.
Yeah, I believe it was Sunday the 21st, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is what they were looking for.
All right, hearing no other business, I guess I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Okay, so we'll do the roll call. Mr. Gannon,
Aye.
Mr. Ruggles,
Aye.
Mr. Burns,
Aye.
Mr. Ames,
Aye.
Mr. Bosky,
Aye.
Mr. Weber,
Aye.
and I'll say aye, so that carries 7-0-0. And actually, after doing it that way, realizing that we need to get a female or two on this now that Colleen's gone. We need can't be all guys on this.
Agreed.
I'm trying to recruit Diane Plansky. I think she'd be an entertaining member.
All right, well, thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, everyone. Be
Bye,
well.
folks.
Take care.